and primitive Freemasonry versus spurious Freemasonry. What's going on, people? How y'all doing? Yeah, so everything's debatable. That's the show, and then we got Bus and No Discussion. We got Jewels and Tools. Yeah, I'm just let me see. I need to actually prepare myself for what I'm going to say. But I did tonight want. I have a couple of topics. Um, I wanted to touch on um, primitive Freemasonry versus. This is another one. This is another one. I wanted to actually talk about why are people so fake nowadays? Like it's almost as if being fake has become the norm, and people are just so I don't know. People are weird. People are really weird, and I can tell you about a number of experiences that I have with people that it's just I really people don't understand why I don't really like to be around people or why I avoid people. I avoid people because I fear that I may say something that I can't retract, right? Because a lot of times I feel like people be playing games, man. You playing games, and I don't feel like I don't have time. I don't have the time nor the inclination to play games. It's people have stuff to do. I don't know if you have anything to do, but I do have things to do, and I have people to take care of, and all of that. So you know what I mean. But people, they smile in your face when they really don't like you. You know what I mean? They claim that they love you when they really hate you. You know what I mean? They sit and they talk about you like a dog behind your back, and then in your face they just, you know what I mean? Um, it's just it's just ridiculous, man. And I know that I'm not the only one that actually has experience, nor that goes through this situation. You know what I mean? And I guess I'm to the point where I'm just really tired. I'm tired of holding back and not saying anything. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Let's. And then when people try to put God in it and then fake. What are we doing here? And why are we doing it? Only thing that I'm trying to do in life is just be the best person that I can be. That's it. I don't want to be judged, and if anybody gonna judge me, leave that up to the King of Kings. Let him be the one to judge me. Don't you sit here and judge me. You don't have the right. You don't even sit that high to feel like you have the right to judge me at all. Uh, uh, and it reminds me of the verse, to get the plank out of your own eye first. You know what I mean? Worry about yourself, man. And people, I guess what it is that people want to use your life as a barometer of how good they are. You know what I mean? Um, like if I can point to enough of your flaws, then it makes me better. That's a miserable life to live. You know what I mean? That's a miserable life to live. And the reality is that I want everyone to be happy. I want everyone to find the happiness that God says they deserve, not something that I say that they deserve or what the world say they deserve, but you know, real happiness, man. I want people to be happy, and it hurts me to see so many people in this world with so many people that are professing to be loving people and good people and positive people, that there are people that are hurting. That every day that you're walking past and you're not saying one word to those people, you're not asking those people how they're doing or anything at all. It's sad. Seriously. I'm just rambling right now. I'm kind of ranting. Not really. What I'm saying is that it's with all of this good and positivity and all of this love that people profess to have and all of this godliness and all of this, there are some people that are walking around hurting that are being ignored and people aren't saying a word to. That's a fact, right? That's a fact. And to sit around and these people sit like they sit so high where they can judge people It's absolutely ridiculous. Y'all, you people do not sit that high to do that. You know what I mean? And I know for myself personally, I know for myself that I have come a very long way, a very long way from where I was to where I am at today. And I'm thankful. I thank God for that. I really do. I thank God for that. And the people that love me and support me, no matter what's going on, and even through the ups and downs, and the trials and tribulations, and the conflicts that I have. You know, I was mentioning the other day how um, I believe that some people have actually become friends with their demons, while other people are still fighting theirs, and people wouldn't even know that they have those spirits. You have those spirits. Those spirits exist in your life, and the way that you're treating people, and the way that you're treating people, and the things that you're saying to people, it reflects itself uh, to the world. You are a reflection of what you really are, what you really are. And it's crazy that people will actually start to believe in their own holiness. It's interesting that people would do that. How you doing, sister? It's good to see you. I'm glad that you checked in on me. I'm just sitting here. Actually, I'm getting ready for our show. It actually doesn't start till 6, so I'm kind of trying to go through a practice run to get myself amped up and ready to go until the other brothers show up. Um, I hope that you're blessed wherever you're at. Uh, yeah. So tonight I was just talking about how people have become so comfortable with being fake. You know what I mean? Showing fake love, um, fake smiles. Just people are just, and it's become the norm. You know what I mean? It's become the norm for people to do that, and it's very interesting. I'm just really tired of it, to be honest. You know, I just want to, a lot of times I hold my tongue, and I try to be so humble and so peaceful. You know what I mean? I'm so, what's the word? It was one word that I was looking at, and it's the truth, right? And it's become, like I said, it's become the norm, and people just, um, yeah, and it's very interesting too that so many people are okay with rewarding good with bad, or good with evil. Like, you can do so much for people, so much good for people, and they won't care. They will still talk bad about you. They'll still try to backstab you. They'll do everything to destroy you, everything, and you could be trying to help them out as much as you can. Sometimes to the point where you're hurting yourself because you care, and it's people with the biggest hearts that people have the tendency to run over, and just they don't even care about how these people are feeling me, and they have these, because I guess it's like, okay, it doesn't matter what I do to them, they're going to just love me anyway. Yeah, but I'm just, and it's very hard, you know what I mean, to um like I say, I want to be Christ-like, and that's the truth. I want to uh be as Christ-like as possible. um and it's very hard to do because it takes so much forgiveness. It's constantly forgiving people. You know what I mean? And it's very trying. It can be a very trying thing. Um, but yeah, I think that's what I want to talk about. And then um, I also wanted to talk about, like I mentioned earlier, if you go back, I wanted to talk about primitive Freemasonry versus spurious Freemasonry. And I wanted to talk about that because I have a group called Primitive Freemason. Um, Thanks for checking in, Darius. Primitive Freemason versus everyone. And I call myself a primitive Freemason because of this book that I read. Well, actually, it's a long story, but I did read this book by Albert Mackey, and he talks about how there are two opposing sides of Freemasonry. And there's one group that have the truth, and they are leading the masses astray, right? And so you'll hear these different names like the Illuminati, or the New World Order. Well, interestingly, the New World Order is based on what's called social order, and you can look this up, you can go to Wikipedia or something and look up social order. And under social order, they'll tell you that other orders have been the feudal order, the ancient order, and now we have what's called the capitalist order. So we exist right now today in what is called the New World Order. It's not something that will come, it's something that has already come. And when you're talking about the Illuminati, you're talking about spurious Freemasons who have infiltrated every level of churches, government, military, business, and in so many different places. And they have an agenda to create um, Lucifer's kingdom on earth. And I know that some people are like, well, the Bible, well, if you consider it, a lot of people say that we are living in hell. And that is somewhat true. As a matter of fact, if you recall, the Messiah is taken up on a mountain and the enemy offers him all the kingdoms of the world. And he was able to do that because he was ruling them. He rules them through agents on earth. But yeah, I was going to talk about that too. I'm trying to see what the other brothers are talking about. Like I said, I was just doing a practice run until 6 p.m. That's actually when we go on. So let me check with them. Thanks for checking in. Please check in again. Love you guys. God loves you, and I do too.